Yeah, so this aspect of African dance, how does that practice enhance your life?
I think more than anything, it's about the community. So for me, being able to creatively express myself through movement, but in this group um, setting, fulfills a certain aspect, I think, of family and and bonding that I think is a human need. And
Mm.
so, and just the whole cultural part of it that speaks to something deep down that's like in my DNA, in our,
Mm-hmm.
DNA,
Mm-hmm.
um, is there's a connection that there aren't words really to fully express that. I'm sure there are in other languages other than English, but as this is the main language that I know, a little bit of Spanish here and there, um, there's it's difficult to express that in words, but there is a depth and a certain kind of knowing that happens when you're in a space with multiple people vibrating to a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And and I think that that happens with African dancing and drumming. For me, that can also happen in in a dance club with hip-hop, when everybody in that space is getting to this vibration, and we are all there at the same time, moving in sync. um, and there's something so magical about those moments that I think is like this. It's a natural high. And so for me, yeah, I like to perform, but it's for like dancing is less about the performance for me than it is trying to always be open to getting into that space where we
Mm-hmm.
all can be on that same vibration. That's the part that I'm always seeking, really, when I enter into those kinds of spaces where we're really in like this like harmony.
Communal bond.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All
Exactly.
in this ship together.
Right.
Well, that's a great place to be. If you have never been there, I
Hmm.
suggest
Try it
we
out.
all go check it out. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, as it relates to dance, Kente Arts is bringing Asase Ya, African American Dance Theater, to Pittsburgh, February 1st. Uh, can you say anything of encouragement for that?
I'm really excited about it. I've never seen them perform. I haven't yet checked out any videos,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm excited based upon what I've read and what you shared with me. I've always been, actually from the very beginning of me, going to African dance classes. Um, I've always been intrigued, one, by through the African experience in this country. I've been intrigued by the new dances and new movements that we constantly create, but how they are so tied to what we've always done. And so
Mm-hmm.
there really is nothing new under the sun.
True.
And so I've always been really wanting to like explore personally and through groups that I work with, this fusion of African and African experiences in this country, whether it be hip hop or jazz or whatever, but really blending these dance styles and
Mm-hmm.
these different musical forms into one piece. And I know that you have people who are very much traditionalists, and who say, okay, you have to dance this dance to this particular rhythm because it has this meaning, and I know that, and I totally respect that. But I'm also very open to how do we take these movements and superimpose this new music on top of that, and what does that look like now, and what new meanings can we get out of that? Because I feel like as Africans in this country, we have always been so, I guess, like adaptive and flexible because we've had to be. And I think that sometimes we forget that, as human beings, we're very much, like animals. And any kind of animal in most settings always seeks to survive. And we'll figure out how to, bring out new skills. These things happen rather unconsciously, and those things happen with us too, but we feel like we're so smart that we're constantly thinking about stuff, but we fail to really let go sometimes of our conscious thoughts to really I guess let flow this this sort of what's the word that I'm looking for? This very natural part, and what is it when they say animals have this instinct? This like instinct that we have that comes from deep within us to create something new in order to be in that space and to be well in whatever space we find ourselves in. And I think that our music and our dance and our art forms have always reflected that. Sometimes we are conscious of what it is, and sometimes we're not. But I think it's something to, it's something to think about, it's something to talk about, it's something to explore more of.
I think in the realm that I know probably best,
Jazz.
we call it jazz.
Right.
That's what we call it. And, it can be applied to African drumming, dancing, craft making, anything.
Right, jazz it up.
It's exactly. It's the ability to bring your experience to the lesson. You learn how to play a particular thing in a certain way, and then you bring your experience to it.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because as we know now, it goes all around the world and people understand it.
Right.
So, yeah, I appreciate that.